Hello, everyone. My name is Rolana Harris. I'm the CEO and founder of Guns Down, Stop Killing, Live Today, the Mark A. Rayner Scholarship Fund, Inc. We are here today to discuss mass incarceration and prison parole probation reform. There's a lot of things that we have to cover today and discuss that we want you all to know about. We also feel and know that it is very imperative for the gang members to come and be involved in this movement, to be a part of this worldwide movement to stop killing and save lives. With the gang members and ex-gang members coming together and the rival gang members joining forces, we can do positive things in our community, near and far, and worldwide. We are very, very passionate about this, and that's why we focus on this, because it is something that we have to do today. We can't wait for tomorrow. We can't wait for someone else to help. We have to help ourselves. And doing that, everyone, one love, coming together as one, moving as one body to make a positive difference and change in our world, our society as we know it today. And to stop killing is the highest calling on the face of the earth by God. Can it be done? It will be done. And together is how we can do that.
Yes, and I'm Regina Cahill, CEO, and I'm excited that my beautiful daughter, Rolana Harris, founder, CEO of our Guns Down, Stop Killing, Live Today, Mark Rayner Scholarship Fund, Inc., invited us to be here for this conference today.
Thank you, Mother.
So we thank you so much for that. And we want to add that it's very imperative that we open up the gates, the crusade, the calling by God to the ex-gang members and the gang members and the mass incarceration, the second chance people that have been through all of this horrible, senseless stuff in the past and served time and seen the horrible killings and all of those things. So the gang members and the imprisonments that's coming out for the second chance, they can help us move this crusade. We do believe that the ones that have went through something, that has been through something, they're the ones that will be able to spread this word, to get this awareness, to grab a young kid and say, hey, look, I've been through it. You know, you don't have to go that route. Let me help you. Let me help you. I'm ready for a change. I did this when I was a young guy, and now I'm a much older guy, and now I can help the people save the lives in this senseless killing today.
And add to what my mother is saying, we all in some form or fashion have experienced what mass incarceration does to families, how it tears families apart, the separation, the loss, because when your family member is in prison, there's a loss there. There's a loss for the mothers, the fathers, children. The whole family feels that loss, that void. And so it's so important that we keep families together even while incarcerated. And then to bring them home is what the goal is. And for myself, I know what it is like to have a loved one incarcerated, loved ones incarcerated, and how mass incarceration can take your life into a totally different direction. And the reason why it's so important for all of us to come together, because when someone is in prison and they are locked away forever and to do many, many years or life or whatever the case may be, everyone is affected by that. Number one, children that could have been born are not born. Families that could be closer are not closer. Mothers having to be separated from their child and looking at their child from a window at a visit, or looking at their child from afar, or having to come to a visit and sit with their child for several hours on weekends and holidays. And then after that visit, you have to separate from your child or separate from your loved one, and you have to go towards that door to leave your loved one incarcerated in that prison. It's something that really tears families apart, and that's why it's so important that us on the outside come into the prisons to minister to the prisoners and let them know that you're not alone. It feels like you are, but there is a community, a world that is wrapping their arms around you to say that you may have made a mistake, but we're here for you. And there is a second chance. There is tomorrow. It's not over. For those who have made a situation happen that was not able to be changed or stopped, that's a different situation as well, and we'll touch on that later. However, for those who commit crimes and that's what they choose to do and that's what they want to do, or they take joy in that, mental illness, whatever the case may be, people that just are out to do bad. We do have evil in this world, and we have to always think about that. For the percentage that we always say, we want to make sure everybody is doing the right thing, and we want to stop killing, we want to keep families together, but there's always going to be a percentage. And we always say that we can reach them as well, because we always keep that thought in our minds that we can bring killing to zero if we keep our faith and know that this is something that God wants us to do. Yes, Mother. Through God, we can do this. And it takes a lot of hard work and effort, but can we do it? Absolutely. Because the gift of it all is to save lives. And when you see mothers not having to cry, children not having to cry, you see family members being ripped and torn apart by this senseless killing in the streets. All these things go hand in hand. Economics have to be put in place. People have to be able to go to someone to be able to eat or pay a bill or get their child a Christmas gift, a gift, whatever they feel they need. If we have outlets and resource centers that will help people, it will cut down on some of this senseless violence and killing in our world today. And we're not saying that that can change everything, but we're very optimistic that we can.
My name is Michael Harris. I'm with Guns Down, Stop Killing, Live Today, the Mark A. Rayner Scholarship Fund, Inc. And we're very proud to announce that there are incarcerated people, people who are ex-convicts, those on parole and probation, who will save a lot of at-risk youth from mistakes that would put them in the position of being in prison. That's one thing we're very proud of, and we want you to help to contribute to this campaign to stop the endless cycle of parents having to go to corrections institutions, staring through glass and looking at their young prospects, great young people, having to say to them, "I told you so," which is one of the harshest things a parent could ever do. Looking through glass, looking through some barrier. So do your part. It can be very big, it can be very small, to help this campaign. This is to stop killing, this is to stop violence, crime, violence at every kind of level, every kind of measure, weapon or not.
Yes.
This is the thing that we're wanting you to help with. Guns Down, Stop Killing, Live Today.
Yes.
And we're this is a world that we have to be very, very careful, because we've got to stop it now, because everybody that is carrying a gun that's licensed, non-licensed, the police, you know, after a while, if everybody is just shooting each other up, there's not going to be a future for tomorrow.
Yes.
So we have to think about it today. We have to live today so that we can have a future tomorrow. But if everybody got guns and everybody is killing each other, what are we going to do? We're not talking about we're anti-guns. We're anti-senseless killing. We believe that people have to protect themselves. We know that young men have to respect the police.
Yes.
But we also know that the police have to respect the young men.
Yes.
We really do have to change the mindset of people and the policemen. The bad policemen. You know, there's a lot of good policemen, but for the bad, you know,
Right.
there's a lot of good people. And there, you know, the way you can be riding on the freeway and somebody just drive right up into you and come in front of you and stop short.
Yeah.
So your whole family could just hit something or somebody and kill everybody in the car.
Yeah.
Or they may just get angry about anything and maybe you shot in front of them. And they pull out their gun and shoot in your car and shoot one of your loved ones.
Senseless.
Senseless killing.
Why?
You know.
That's
with
the question.
Yeah.
Why would you go to
Why
that
would you
degree?
do it?
Right, Mom.
So what we have to do is continue to keep this encouragement going so the awareness be there. So in 5 years from now, people will be aware. Okay, we're trying to keep the guns up. We're trying to stop the 23 commandments. And my
Yes.
daughter Rolana will be speaking on that to you
Yes.
soon. Of stopping the guns, putting them
Yes.
down, and instead of going to 10 and shooting that person,
Right.
just for senseless
Yeah.
nothing. Come on now. And black on black crime. What are we going to do in a minute? First years ago it was the drugs were killing each other. Now it's the people just killing each other.
Right.
Just the children, the babies are getting killed now. So what is tomorrow going to be? So everybody should think about it. This crusade is the one that the world needs now.
Yes.
And you've got to be very tired of seeing news reports about murder after murder, killing after killing, all unnecessary violence and killing. This revenge only begets revenge. With gun violence, any kind of violence, revenge only begets revenge, and everybody loses. So
Yes.
that's the point we want everyone to think of
Right.
when they find a way to contribute to the campaign of Guns Down, Stop Killing, Live Today, the Mark A. Rainer Scholarship Fund.
Yes.
And a key word, contribute, Mike.
Yes.
Contributing to our nonprofit organization. We run by charity, we run by donations, grants, anything someone will give to the cause. Think about it. The $10 Life Heart, becoming a member, just giving to be given, staying connected by heart. All of these things are avenues for you to be able to come in and help. Volunteers, we need everybody
Yes,
to come
we do.
in.
Yes.
This is something that you can feel like I'm a part of, So when the next door neighbor, or God forbid, this kind of thing hit your door and you wonder why, what happened, that's because maybe that person is not aware of a cause like this.
Yes.
Where we all showing love, no hate. Where and these people have to get educated to that. It's going to take a minute.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen overnight. But as we work it and build it, and everybody get on this train, and we all get to rolling with it and speaking it and wearing our T-shirts and keeping the awareness, and everywhere we go, we're getting ready to start setting up concerts all over the world, so that Guns Down and the party could be there at a concert where they can come in and they can start being aware. Maybe it take that type of thing to get them to thinking, okay, we all need to do this, So that's another chapter that we want to start venturing into, But we just want everybody to be aware that this is got to stop. It's
Yes, it does.
and I just can't. I just think so much that my daughter has really set this up to move mountains, to move the world, to get the world to thinking.
Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Mommy.
Yes. I mean,
So
it was horrible because of the fact that our loss
Yes.
It push you into doing things, to making a change.
It does.
That's why we say the second chance people. It'll move them.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be moved. You know, the loss of my son.
Yes.
You know, my daughter's brother. You got to be moved, and this is what's moved us.
Yes.
I probably would have never thought about this had I not lost my child. I really hate that because when you think about it,
Right.
this was going on then, before then, you know. But you have to be moved. The gang members, ex-gang members, you know, they've been through a lot.
Yeah.
But this could move them to make the change and help other
Yeah.
people to save lives,
Yes.
not take lives.
That's right, Mother. And as my mother is saying, everything is just is moving me, as it always does. When I lost my brother, Mark A. Rayner, I was a young girl, and we had dreams of doing great things on our journey together. My brother, a heavyweight boxing champion, myself, a singer. And my mother, she told us from the very beginning that we could do whatever it is that we want to do in our life. My mother made everything in our lives possible. My mother knew what her children had, and she made sure that we achieved great things. So my mother is the one that made it where